finna diminish any nigga tryna get involved. The fuck they be thinking? Nothing at all. They go against, but still can't flow against. No option, flows like a cheat.
What's up, everyone? Back again. Today we're going to be checking out the Kendrick Lamar Reebok Ventilator. As most of you already know, Kendrick Lamar signed with Reebok a little while back. This is the first model that he's put out, and it's definitely a good one. The shoe released on Saturday, July 18th. I believe that Bodega was the only store that released it in Boston. I don't think Concepts released it, but I could be wrong. At least not, I didn't see it on their Instagram posts or anything like that. So I got to Bodega early Saturday morning, and I was fourth in line. By the time the store opened, there were about 50 to 60 people in line. A lot of them were there for the Bordeaux 7s that released Saturday, and you had people there for the Bodega Adidas CX Flux collab as well, which is a dope shoe. I will give you a review on that right after this one. So I was there for these as well as the Bodega collab. I have to say, these were very, very limited, at least to my knowledge. They definitely didn't have a lot of pairs in store, and I think that's because they did a midnight release online, and they had some pairs in store as well for the morning opening. But from what I understand, there was only maybe like one size run total that they received. I don't know how other places were. I don't know how it was out of state as far as how many pairs of these were made and sold. But in Boston, it was definitely very, very limited. And like I said, I don't know any other place but Bodega that released this shoe. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, if there were more pairs than we had here in Boston, but it was pretty limited out here. So I have to say, first off, I'm not a huge Kendrick Lamar fan. I do like his music. I'm not like too crazy about it, and I'm not a big Reebok guy. So why pick up this shoe? The quality is what really, really attracted me. If you guys don't already know, I'm very big on materials and the quality of the shoe. I don't care, what colors and everything like that. I mean, I do care about the look of the shoe, but the number one overall most important thing for me is the materials and the quality. So if a shoe looks good, but the quality and the materials are crappy, I'm not going to pick it up. And on this shoe, the materials and quality are A+. So let's jump right into it. The concept of the shoe is Bloods and Crips. Kendrick grew up in Compton. He grew up around both gangs, but he is neutral. He's not a Blood or a Crip. Hence the neutral that's on the tongue. So both the shoes, you got Crips, Bloods, blue and red. The entire shoe, other than the heel, is an off-white suede material. I'll give you a closer look. So as you can see, the material is a suede. It's like a short hair suede, but it's very, very nice. This is one of the best ventilators I've ever seen, and I was definitely happy to pick it up. No glue marks, no defects, at least not on my pair. Very, very nice craftsmanship from Reebok. I was actually very surprised because it's very rare that you pick up a shoe and there's absolutely no defects, not even a little spot. And this one, I don't know if I was lucky or whatever, but this one was just perfect. So the upper, you see the perforated suede right here behind the Reebok logo. You have Reebok stitched in right here. The material, like I said, just amazing. Very, very nice suede. It's actually very thick, as you can see right here around the stitching. You can tell it's a very thick suede, but it's definitely a beautiful shoe. So the outsole is a gum bottom, which is really nice. I love when they do a white shoe or off-white with a gum bottom. Really makes the shoe look nice. The inside of the shoe is a premium leather material. Very soft, plush leather. Really nice. I'll give you a closer look. You can see that. Very nice leather there. The insole on this one is blue. You have TDE, which is Kendrick's record label. Kendrick Lamar, Reebok Classic. On the tongue here, you have Kendrick Lamar, TDE, and Reebok right there. I know it's kind of hard to see, but on the inside, it's blue, and it does say neutral. Great shoe. I have to say really quick, if you're planning on picking this shoe up, this shoe runs really, really big. I'm a 12, and I picked up a 12, and I definitely have room in this shoe This is the first Reebok I've picked up in a while. This is my first Ventilator model. Some people said that they actually run kind of small. Definitely don't agree with that. I don't know if it's just this particular one or whatever, but this shoe, it runs really, really big. I could have probably got an 11.5, maybe even smaller, and it would have been fine. But yeah, they definitely run big. I'm really like a true 12.5, but I usually get a 12 because they don't make a lot of 12.5s. And this shoe is a little big. I'm still gonna rock it. It's not too big, but yeah, I could have definitely went down half a size at least. So on the second shoe, you have red for Bloods. Same deal, neutral and red on the back of the tongue. Same thing on the front of the tongue. You got your midsole, which is an off-white, same color. I think the shoe is pretty comfortable. I tried it on a few times. Definitely a great pickup in my opinion. So yeah, let me know what you think of the shoe. Oh, it did come with 2 sets of laces. The first one is this wax flat lace, which is pretty nice. And the second one, and my favorite, is this rope lace that has red and blue dots in it, or stripes, whatever you want to call them. Definitely like these a little more. I think this is a great release by Reebok. You know, I'm really happy to pick it up. Let me know what you think, if you liked it. Before I go, I just really want to say big shout out to Bodega and Concepts as well. I have to say we're very lucky as sneaker collectors to live in Boston and have these 2 shops in our city. I've lived in a lot of places up and down the East Coast. I was in the military. I've traveled all along the East Coast. And Boston definitely has the best sneaker community, hands down. You don't see a lot of really like hype beasts or whatever you want to call them here. People respect each other in line, and whenever you go into these stores like Bodega and Concepts, the employees there are just fantastic. You know, they talk to you politely, respectfully, and that's great to see, because I don't know if you guys had this experience, but I definitely have. When you go into a lot of like Foot Lockers or Champs or whatever stores, you get this feeling that like the people there don't really, I don't want to say they don't care, but the feeling that I get sometimes is kind of like, you know, they think they're too good or something like that. I don't know, it might just be me, but let me know if you had that experience. Whenever you go into Bodega or Concepts, you never get this feeling. The people will always talk to you, they'll say what's up, you know. If you want to, you could just stand there and talk about shoes all day if you want, and you know, the people there will talk to you. They're always very respectful. Great people. I've never had issues there where I go in to get something and I wait in line and I don't get it. You know, it's just really nice to be in Boston and have these 2 stores, so big shout out to them. Alright guys, stay tuned. I'm going to do an all-foot look with these right after this, and I will also be putting up the Bodega collaboration with Adidas. Stay tuned. Alright guys, peace.
What? Yeah, J-Rock, K-Dot, yeah, California Predators, here to warn you. I defy odds even if I divide y'all. At least 10% of my rhythm is arithmetic. Kill 'em with the wit, drench 'em in the spit. Infrared high, chillin' with your bitch. You dead right, you dead wrong without your dead presidents. I'm an old head, but abstract bread president. Ooh, what part of making money represents you? You on the broke side, I rock your boat ride. Don't cry, get your paper up like hands at my shows. I send this verse through MoneyGram, 100 grand for my flow. Aside from the fast cars and the chains that glow, it's gotta be a better way to go. Like them back streets, ducking them sobriety tests, blunt in the ashtray, Colt 45 on your breath. Fuck what abs say. I told Carlito it's abs way. Blow the Nero, torpedo through your national banking. Pay your attention, niggas.
Get money, being broke is a joke, homie, it ain't funny. Shit. Get money, being broke is a joke, homie, it ain't funny. Get money, my niggas. Get money, being broke is a joke, homie, it ain't funny.